I had to shut the camera off a minute so I could just cough and do it. Okay. So part of the whole thing is we don't color any of the little dots, the little spots, but we are going to start out with, should do that. These are Premier Prismacolors. I'm doing really good today. And I think we're going to start out with 1011 yellow. It's a deco yellow. And then we're going to move on to 1003 Premier. And this is Spanish orange. And then we're going to use in this one Orange Mineral 1033. So let's get started. We're going to color the whole thing in light yellow. And we're not going to put any pressure. All we're doing is starting a base. For this mushroom. This adorable, cute mushroom. So the reason I'm doing it on this cardstock, it's a vellum cardstock, and it's called, let me see, it's called Spring Hill Digital 80-pound vellum. You can get it on Amazon. I will look it up and put it in the comments, in the memos. And I would just, this is applying very nicely. It's close to a color book. Weight, as far as how it feels. It's not quite as thick as Joanna's, but very close. So it's a good one if you want to do something to give to somebody. And my daughter loved this, so this is what I'm doing. And they can take it and frame it or do whatever they wanted to do with it. This yellow looks in between those, it was kind of hit and miss. Because this is just a base coat we're putting down. It's going to show through on a lot of this, and then we'll come back in and we'll give it a heavier coat as we go along. But right now you just want to cover your little mushroom. And it doesn't have to be solid, it just needs to be covered. so that you can come back in here and start giving it some life with other colors. This paper really does, I must have colored that with something else. I used a number 5 pigment felt ink pen, the micros, and it looks just like a page out of the color book. So if you don't use anything too big, I think number 5 is pretty close to what she did. So now we're going to come in here with our Spanish orange, and we're going to start highlighting. Again, you don't want to press hard because you want to put some, we're going to put layers down on this thing. So you just want to come in and start out by coming down the side through some of these little, I don't know what they would be called at all. I have no clue. We'll just call them beauty marks. Because they do make these particular mushrooms awfully pretty. Remember, this is just the second layer. And we're going to do the same over here, but let's don't do just a tiny bit here, because if our sun is coming down, we don't want, we want some highlights, so we want to leave some of that yellow exposed, especially up there, and even down through the sides here. So we're just kind of gonna touch the side a little bit. You can always come back in and add more, but it's not that easy to come back and take it away. So we're just going to continuously fill all this in. And try to make it look as close to the other one as possible. So now I'm coming backwards, and I am going back over it again with just a tiny bit more pressure, because I want it to we're going to come back over it again with our mineral orange. So we don't want to press too hard, because I'm still not pressing that hard. I'm just adding color. And really try not to put any color on these guys. We want them to be as white as we can keep them. We will shadow them with a gray a little bit, but we're not going all over the whole thing, because we want it to stay. We want those to pop out like popcorn is really kind of what it looks like, isn't it? Little chunks of popcorn on these things. I bought the